Let's focus on Syria now for a couple of minutes. There, under pressure from airstrikes, Islamic State's partially retreated to a strategic safe haven. A twist here, though. Islamic State fighters are said to have holed up at Syria's largest dam. They're apparently using that as cover because they're figuring if that dam is bombed, it would flood huge swathes of eastern Syria. The group's reportedly using the dam to shelter its senior commanders and to keep high-value hostages. Well, we can see more graphically here the real thing. The Tabqa dam, it controls the flow of the Euphrates River into southeastern Syria and northern Iraq. Huge facility, huge wall there, 60 metres high. And the reservoir behind it is called Lake Assad. It's Syria's largest. Huge body of water there. It's also less logistically for ISIL than an hour's drive from the self-proclaimed capital of them, Raqqa. Developments there to tell you about. The city of Raqqa is one of the main focal points for the US in its fight against Islamic State. And Defense Secretary Ash Carter's likened ISIL's grip on Raqqa with that of a tumour, he said, which needs to be removed.
First, to destroy the ISIL cancer's parent tumor in Iraq and Syria by collapsing its two power centers in Raqqa and Mosul.
Well, to try to do that, the US has promised more troops to assist local forces in recapturing those cities. But back to the dam again. Chasing the terrorists out of Raqqa could have huge, dire consequences. Officials and analysts fear that ISIL would retaliate by blowing up that dam if they lose their grip on the region, which would cause devastating damage.
Any breach of the dam would not only affect Syria and Iraq. It will also cut electricity from large part of eastern Syria. Large number of people are actually held there, so it cannot be liberated from ISIL's hands by bombing. ISIL is unlike other terrorist groups. They like to hold to territory, and depriving it of this territory would means a defeat for them. Most probably they are bluffing if they actually blow up the dam. However, they are not something that we experienced before in any war. So we cannot really guess what the next move is.
While political developments are bringing to our attention over the last couple of hours, the UN Special Envoy on Syria now says he hopes the long-awaited peace talks between the Assad government and the opposition will begin this Friday. They were meant to commence Monday, but they were delayed because of disagreements over who would represent the Syrian opposition. The main objectives of the talks are to establish a broad ceasefire, also to curb the threat of ISIL and to increase humanitarian aid in the country.